The organizing strategies, that's what it was all about. Because, I mean, I'm a person that deals with the math. I mean, I deal with the demographics. I started off with California. Okay, it's 52 counties. There's 52 counties in California. Each one of these counties, a sheriff is duly elected. Wow. How many counties in Mississippi or Alabama are all black where they refuse to let them vote? Refuse to let them vote. Deny their vote. But they're the majority in that county. Wow, could they elect a progressive black sheriff in that county if they had the right to vote? Right. And in a city where there's the majority, they have the city council seats where they're part-time, full-time. This is what had to happen. And little did I realize, and it was going on anyway with other people, but that's where I was coming from with the spread of the Black Panther Party. By the year of 1968, the end of 1968, by the time Nixon was elected to political office. Now this is after the 1968 Democratic Convention where I was there, I spoke, etc. And later on I was put on trial. But by that end of that year, Nixon was elected. Look at the history and know it. A week later he had a meeting with J. Edgar Hoover. The first week of December, J. Edgar Hoover is on national television. He's saying the Black Panther Party is a threat to the internal security of America. They are a bunch of cheap communists. The only reason they have guns is to come into the white community and shoot and kill white people. This is what this guy is propagating. Right. This is what J. Edgar Hoover, Mayor Daley, and a lot of other politicians and mayors are saying to their white constituency. Now, we're running up and down the street with all our white left radical friends. We're not running around trying to go in the community and shoot up white people. This is just the opposite of what we're about. When we said all power to the people, as Fred Hampton put it so eloquently one time, brown power to brown people, black power to brown people, white people to white people, red power to red people, etc. We want power to the people, no power to the avaricious corporate money rich. This is what a brother was coming from. I'm just saying, this is what the objective here. You have to feel and understand and want to do that and want to see that happen. And that's what I was coming from. Well, that's what J. Edgar Hoover did. I'm just saying, when J. Edgar Hoover said we would threat the internal security of America, boom. Now remember, by this time I got 40 some odd chapters and branches all over the country. I got 5,000 members. I gave a directive. You got 1 week to get here, and I want at least 3 people out of your central body group. You always had a central body, I have, you know. If you have a minister of defense, a minister, deputy chair, a minister of education, etc., and so on, so on, they represented a leadership body to me. This is what it's committee leadership. I need a committee leadership. I don't like dictatorial assholes. That's bullcrap. You see what I mean? I don't need that. You know what I'm talking about is people's empowerment. So at that point, I got them all out there in a week, and I kept them a week. I showed them how to grade it, made us make a graded democratization about Black Panther Party newspaper, which sale our paper to go up to 400,000 circulation around the country at the time. But more important, I taught them the need to fortify all our offices. J. Edgar Hoover said we are a threat to the internal security of America. This man is going to come here and attack us. They're going to attack us. We have to get ourselves. So I want the offices fortified. I mean, I told them, I sent them down, etc., St. Augustine's Church and other locations, how to get tool steel, not soft steel, not cold rolled steel, but tool steel. You're going to get tool steel. You're going to bolster a 3/4 thick piece of plywood. You're going to find the joists in the ceiling. You're going to find the main areas of joists so you can screw these big heavy-duty hooks up and stuff like that. You're going to build framings, etc. You're going to sandbag all the way from around, etc., etc. And when they come, boom, get down behind the sandbags, etc. Get your guns, and you're going to shoot back and defend yourself. Shoot. Let them shoot first, but I want you here. That's what I did. All these chapters and all these branches for every office to be fortified on one level or another, sandbags, etc., and so on. All across the country. 3 months later, December, January, February, March, J. Edgar was back on television again. You know what he's railing about? He said the Black Panther Party's free breakfast for children program is a threat to the internal security of the Now, we got the evidence. In my film that I'm trying to make now, it's called The Eighth Defendant. I was the eighth defendant in the Great Chicago 7th Cruiser. And that, I'm trying to show you. It gets off of me sometimes when I think about J. Edgar Hoover and these guys. This guy sent a memo out to all 43 district officers of the FBI, directing them to do anything and everything they can to disrupt the Black Panther Party's Breakfast for Children program. Wow. That the FBI district officers have to do anything and everything to discourage any support by white liberals and discourage any support by moderate blacks of the Black Panther Party's free Breakfast for Children program. So you see, it was not about us having guns. See, the polls had come out and said, after we had the breakfast program and the free health clinics and the other programs we put together, that 90% of the black community supported the Black Panther Party because they understand where the wolves were coming from. It was not about the guns. It was about the popularity that the Black Panther Party had suddenly with the people. Remember, Nixon got elected 1968, November. After Nixon is sworn in, we got the research from made public Watergate tapes. Nixon used to audio record all his conversations. And I got it right on my computer. Well, J. Edgar, you know, I'm just got elected office here, and then I remember we talked about it. I need you to get rid of these Black Panthers from there. Are you moving on that? Well, yes, sir. And the voice of yes, sir, we're going to move on that, sir. Well, John Mitchell's going to be calling you, and I want you to get on this. Who is John Mitchell? John Mitchell is the United States Attorney General under Richard M. Nixon at the time. So this is the United States of America, the President of the damn United States of America, saying he's going to get rid of the Black Panthers. And then another month after he's sworn in, John Mitchell, the United States, is on television saying, by the end of this 1969 year, we'll be rid of the Black Panthers. And this year is when they attacked practically every Black Panther Party office in this country. By the end of this year, that year, I had 28 dead Black Panther Party members. By the end of that year, and us defending ourselves of those attacks, there was 12 dead police officers. By the end of that year, I'm talking about, I had 69 Black Panther Party members wounded. They attacked and just shot it out. In some cases, it got a Ku Klux Klan to blow up a whole Black Panther Party office. Just boom, blow it up. When I make this movie, I'm telling you, I'm going to show you something about repression in the United States and its viciously murderous, fascist nature. And what J. Edgar Hoover and them done, all under the guise that supposedly we are a threat to the internal security of America. But the other thing I directed all our party members to do over and over and over and over, you must network. You network with anybody who look like they're a friend or who will listen to you. Any preacher, any politician, any local leader, whoever, etc., in other organizations, and work with them and let them. And when you network, you let them know that we are up to be attacked and or we are being attacked and we need support from you. So by the time they kill Fred Hampton and Mark Clark, December 4, 1969, remember, John Mitchell said they're going to be rid of the Black Panther Party by the end of this year, 1969. So this is December. 4 days later, they attacked the Los Angeles office. And Albert Geronimo Preda did a fantastic job of fortifying the office in Los Angeles as I had directed. I'm just saying, they held out. It was a 5-hour shootout. The police would shoot 5 or 10 minutes and stop for a half an hour. You know, and then come back and shoot 5 or 10 minutes and stop for 40 minutes and stop for 10, whatever, etc. And finally at 11 a.m. in Los Angeles, some news reporter 4 blocks away on the roof has a zoom lens and is focused in on a surrender flag sticking out of the Black Panther Party's upstairs office. And the news reporter says, the Black Panthers have been trying to surrender since early this morning. There's the surrender flag there, and they have ignored the surrender flag. You have to understand what was happening here. These guys came in shooting. They didn't come in saying, you're all under arrest, you're here, you're a threat to internal security. They didn't do that. They just came in shooting. So this was about them terrorizing us, trying to terrorize us out of existence. That's what they were trying to do. They wanted to do some killing and some murdering, etc. But that flag, that surrender flag sitting out there. All those people we networked with, it went around the country. Around the country. All the people I developed coalition with, Roy Wilkins from the NAACP, most people don't even know. We got the Lawyers Guild, and it was really Roy Wilkins was a real boost that we had to have the network of lawyers we wound up with. I'm just saying, but the people came out, everybody. I'm talking about Sammy Davis Jr. was on the news. Let the Panthers surrender. They just killed Fred Hampton 4 days ago. Let the Panthers surrender, etc. and so on. And that's what happened. Well, hours went on. Until 2:30, almost 3 o'clock, they let them surrender. What were 12 Panther members? 5 sisters and 7 brothers. And they survived.